Let's say the refrain again. Oh, if it be so, our God whom we serve is able, somebody say is able, to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will, somebody say he will, deliver us out of thine hand, O King. I want to talk to you this morning, to the pastors and preachers, on the thought, faithful men. Y'all gonna pray with me? The writer of this book, Daniel, captures a time in the life of God's people, the children of Israel, the Jews, having two names, Daniel and Bethel. He was of the tribe of Judah and of the royal family. He was recognized as a man of wisdom and piety. He was known by some as the greatest of prophets and beloved. He wrote during the Babylonian and Persian periods of the 6th century in and near the city of Babylon. Exile was the period of time when the Jews were displaced from their country after the destruction of their temple, capital city, and commonwealth. Nebuchadnezzar was king and carried out hostages, which include Daniel and 3 of his running boys, by the name of Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, a.k.a. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. An interpreter of dreams, we find in this 3rd chapter an account of men who have faith. What would these men show us today if they were here? What would they say of this economic plight of the world, of the jobless situation of our time, of the embattled president and the lack of support from Congress? What would they say to us today? Listen, if you will, to the following statistics. Young men who grow up in homes without daddies are twice as likely to end up in jail as those who come from traditional 2-parent families. 63% of youth suicides are from fatherless homes. 85% of all children that exhibit behavior disorders come from fatherless homes. 71% of all high school dropouts come from fatherless homes. 70% of juveniles in state-operated institutions come from fatherless homes. Boys who grow up in father-absent homes are more likely than those in father-present homes to have trouble establishing appropriate sex roles, and gender identity. Children from low-income, two-parent families outperform students from high-income, single-parent homes. The likelihood that a young male will engage in criminal activity doubles if he is raised without a father and triples if he lives in a neighborhood with a high concentration of single-parent families. Only 13% of juvenile delinquents come from families in which the biological mother and father are married to each other. By contrast, 33% have parents who are either divorced or separated, and 44% have parents who were never married. Children in family-absent homes are 5 times more likely to be poor. A child with a non-resident daddy is 54% more likely to be poorer than his or her father. Infant mortality rates are 1.8 times higher of infants of unmarried mothers than of married mothers. Based on birth and death data of over 2,000 children born north of us in Georgia, in a period that I only could grasp of 89 and 1990, infants without a father's name on their birth certificate were 2.3 times more likely to die in the first year of life compared to infants with a father's name on their birth certificate. A study of 3,400 middle school children indicated that not living with both biological parents quadruples the risk of having an affective disorder. A study of 13,986 women in prison showed that more than